Donald Trump's presidency continues to be a focal point in international relations, with his diplomatic approaches triggering significant shifts, particularly in Asia. While Trump maintains his characteristic sharp rhetoric toward political adversaries, China and North Korea have quietly conducted their third high-level meeting within a single month. This frequency of engagement is not typical for routine diplomatic exchange and is widely interpreted as a clear signal of deepening strategic alignment between Beijing and Pyongyang. The sustained interaction points to a coordinated effort rather than a series of coincidental encounters. Foreign Ministers Wang of China and Choe of North Korea explicitly articulated their commitment to forming a united front against what they term unilateralism and hegemonism. These phrases resonate strongly with the broader narrative often employed by both Chinese President Xi Jinping and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, indicating a shared ideological stance. The significance of these declarations extend beyond mere words. They reflect a burgeoning alliance that has the potential to fundamentally alter the established balance of power across the Pacific region. This growing coordination suggests a strategic recalibration in response to existing geopolitical dynamics. The timing of this intensified diplomatic exchange is particularly noteworthy and appears to be far from accidental. Amid rising tensions surrounding Taiwan and ongoing efforts by the United States to maintain its influence in the Indo-Pacific, Beijing and Pyongyang are demonstrably accelerating their cooperative endeavors. The occurrence of three high-level meetings within such a short time frame underscores a deliberate and strategic progression in their relationship, aimed at reinforcing their collective positions in the face of perceived external pressures. This coordinated approach could have profound implications for regional stability and international security frameworks. In a related development, U.S. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth addressed a gathering of admirals and generals in Quantico, Virginia, emphasizing a renewed focus on military readiness. Hegseth declared, "To ensure peace, we must prepare for war," articulating that the sole mission of the Department of War will be war fighting, preparing for war and preparing to win. Unrelenting and uncompromising in that pursuit, this statement signals a significant shift in defense policy, prioritizing a singular focus on combat readiness and effectiveness. He further criticized what he referred to as fat generals and certain diversity programs, which he claimed had contributed to military decay. Hegseth explicitly instructed commanders who oppose his new agenda to resign. Speaking to top brass, Secretary Hegseth asserted that it's completely unacceptable to see fat generals and admirals in the halls of the Pentagon, and announced that fitness tests would exclusively utilize male benchmark alongside stricter enforcement of grooming standards. He underscores that the mission of the newly re-established Department of War is to prepare to fight and achieve victory, not out of a desire for conflict, but as a necessary means to secure lasting peace. Hegseth championed the principle of peace through strength, asserting that genuine peace is attainable only by those equipped and willing to defend it. He also defended his decision to dismiss several flag officers, including the top U.S. general, who was black, and the Navy's top admiral, who was a woman. The Australian Defence Force, in contrast to Hegseth's stance, has stated that diversity is a strategic goal, actively implementing initiatives to increase the representation of women, Indigenous Australian, and individuals from culturally and linguistically diverse backgrounds within its rank. This divergence in approach highlights differing philosophy on military strength and inclusivity among allied nations. Meanwhile, Russia has issued a stern warning, indicating that U.S. military personnel could become direct target if they are involved in assisting Ukraine with the operations of long-range missiles, such as the Tomahawks. Andrei Potapolov, chairman of the Russian State Duma's Defense Committee, stated unequivocally, if American specialists participate in launching Tomahawks against Russia, they will become legitimate targets for our forces. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov raised critical questions regarding Washington's role in the delivery of these missiles, asking, who is determining the targeting of these missiles? The American side or the Ukrainian themselves? He further added that the potential deployment of such system raises very serious question for Moscow. This warning follows reports suggesting that Ukraine might receive U.S. Tomahawk cruise missiles as part of an expanded military support package. Moscow has consistently articulated that it considers the use of Western long-range missile systems by Ukraine to be a direct and significant escalations of the ongoing conflict, underscoring the potential for broadened engagement if such armament are deployed with foreign assistance. If you have made it this far, congratulations. You have unlocked the truth. I want to ask you a quick question though. Given the escalating alliance between China and North Korea in the Pacific, coupled with Secretary Hegseth's declared shift to a Department of War and Russia's explicit warning about targeting U.S. personnel involved with Ukrainian missiles, which of these developments pose the most immediate and significant threat to global peace and security, and why? Join the debate. We want to hear your insightful opinion on where this is all heading in our community. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Like the video, and most importantly, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.